Good afternoon. It's Tuesday. Welcome to our second day of the week for meditation in this very difficult time that we're living through. I don't have to enumerate the difficulties, but I think for all of us, it's very hard to make it through every single day, keeping your wits about you. And I thought that this week we're in the Torah portion of Naso, which has the priestly benediction in it, which is so wonderful because we do that as part of our meditation at the end. But the beginning of the Torah portion, Naso, that word Naso, has to do with taking a census. And it says, Naso et Rosh, which means lift up the head of each person so they can be counted. And so I guess one of the things that we could think about today in our quest for spiritual peace is, in what way do we lift up our heads to be counted? In what way do we count? I know that there's a lot of people wondering, how can they make a difference in the world? How can they make a difference? How can they naso et rosh? How can they lift up their heads to be seen, to be heard, to help others? There are so many ways to do that, which I won't enumerate here. But I think part of what we need to do in this half hour, part of what we're doing is clearing ourselves out, making room inside our heads for the thoughts that we need to deal with. So that if your mind is swirling and you're thinking about a million things, and I know it's true because I know my head's doing that, I know my wife is, my kids are, that this is an opportunity for us to kind of sink in, take stock of where we are, what's happening in our bodies, what's happening in our minds, and allow that just to be for now. Which brings me to a key understanding of mindfulness meditation. Judgment. We judge so much. And I'm not immune to that either. And especially now I find I'm a little less patient. I was looking at a diagram of what happens when there are long moments of stress, like even over a year, or what happens when there are these kinds of emergency situations. And it went up, and then it comes way down, and on the bottom it says lots of triggers. That's where we are right now. That's what we've been witnessing this past week. We're all like that. We've all been kind of caged in, and it is incredibly natural to be feeling anger, frustration, impatience. Yesterday, one of the things we asked for was patience. Today, I thought we could think about the idea of judging. Think about how much you judge yourself. Judge what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you've said. But then on the flip side of that is we spend a lot of our time judging others as well. And not that there's necessarily anything wrong with judging what might be right in the world, what might be wrong in the world, but that's not what these judgments are. I've always thought that there was a big difference between judging something and being judgmental about it. And the perfect example is what happens to us when we're in our meditation. I'm asking us to concentrate on our breath. Literally 3 seconds in, most of us are thinking whatever has been in our head, thinking about this moment that we've been going through, thinking about a fight we had with someone, thinking about the horrible events from the weekend, thinking about the last 3 months and how we have to be. And it's just like your mind's like this. And it's very natural to go, oh, I'm so bad at meditating. I'm horrible at this. And judging yourself, being judgmental of yourself because you can't concentrate on your breath for 5 seconds. That's okay. You don't need to judge yourself. The judging of yourself isn't going to change the fact that your mind's been taking you away. In fact, the judgment only exacerbates the situation, and then you start thinking, oh, why? Then you might chastise yourself for judging yourself. Oh, why am I judging that? I'm so bad. Let's leave all that out today, especially. Let's try to leave our judgmental opinions off for the time being. We're going to have 20 minutes to do that. There's no reason to judge anything because everything just is. After we're done, you can reflect upon kind of some of the thoughts that came into your head, or you can maybe begin to think clearly about the things that you'd like to do, or the people you'd like to help, or the ones that you don't want to help and you feel are causing damage. But there's no need for judgment right now. Now is the time to just allow things to be as they are for now, for this 5:35 to 6 o'clock time. Just allow your body to be. Allow your mind to be. Don't judge what's happening. Don't judge it whether anything's good or bad. There just is during this time that we do our mindfulness meditation. We exist in the is. And we need to confront that, yes. But we can only confront it when we are calm-spirited. We can only confront it when we're non-judgmental. We can only confront it when we're just looking at it for what it is and saying, you know what? I'm allowing this to be. I'm allowing it to sit right in front of me. I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to try to change it. I'm not going to fix it. There's so many places in our lives right now where we're bringing our judgments into it, making split decisions about what's right, what's wrong, who was right, who was wrong. And in many cases, we're correct. I'm just trying to find a small Shabbat of time where we can leave the judgmental world and enter into an open space. Opening your heart, opening your stomach, opening your mind. And that comes from stillness. That comes from allowing things to be just as they are for now. So let us really take seriously the idea of non-judgmental, that's the problem when doing it outside, you have a bee that comes around you. There's non-judgmental thoughts that we have. And the moment we start to feel like we're judging, even before then, if you can understand that you're thinking about something and not concentrating on your breath, don't chastise yourself. Bring yourself back to your breath. Bring yourself back to that centered place of stillness, where you're observing your body, you're noticing your body. Just in the same way that whatever thoughts you have, you're just noticing them, you're not judging them. I notice this is what I'm thinking about. I notice, it's interesting that that's on my mind right now. Sometimes I'm really surprised by what is taking up my mind space when I'm doing the meditation. It's like the last thing I thought I'd be thinking about was X, and that is where my mind goes. So look at it with interest as opposed to judgment. And interesting too, I've been able to concentrate on my breath for maybe a total of 3 minutes in these last 15 minutes. That's okay. We're trying to bring ourselves to a place of stillness. We're trying to bring ourselves to a place where we allow everything to be as it is, so that when we go back out into the world, we feel rejuvenated, we feel empowered. And if we can do that with a little bit less judgment and more about how can I raise up my own head as opposed to putting someone else's down. How do I do this for me? And if we can make this about us as opposed to all of the reasons why all of these other things are making us the way we are, I think that we can come to think about our judgments in a more equal way. So let us begin. Get yourself into a strong yet relaxed position. And we'll go for the first 15 minutes or so with just quiet, concentrating on our breath. I'll come in every once in a while and remind us to bring ourselves back to the breath. And then today is the first of our priestly benedictions, just because it's now so. The Hebrew is Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, which means may God bless you and protect you or keep you. And the spiritual way that we ask this is, may I feel blessed and may I feel safe. So we will get to that at the end. And the idea there is that, we don't have a lot of people saying nice things to us. So it's okay for us to say these nice things to ourselves. And the mere suggestion to ourselves that we want to feel blessed and we want to feel safe, if we keep saying that to ourselves through our breath, then that gets manifest in our psyche and in the way we think about ourselves and in the feelings that we actually do have inside. So I hope you find it beneficial to do that section of our meditation. So without further ado, let us begin. Let's just take a breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just breathe normally. Try to feel the air as it comes into your stomach. And as it goes out, the decrease. The expanse of the breath as we bring it in. And the exhale brings it all out. If you find your mind has taken you away, with love, without judgment, just bring yourself back to your breath. It's so natural. to be thinking. So for our final minutes together, we ask for certain feelings. And I invite you on each breath to say, may I feel blessed. May I feel safe. I find it fascinating that there are sirens blaring in the background, but there are also several different kinds of birds. There's a squirrel walking around that I can hear. I'm sure you heard the dog barking in the next yard. All of that leads me to feel blessed. I feel blessed that there are people out there that are protecting me. I feel safe that there is nature around me and trees and animals. That makes me feel blessed. And with my family in the next room, I so feel blessed. I feel blessed that I can even just sit in this chair and share this half hour with you. And at the same time, I feel safe that I'm at home. I feel safe that I'm at home so that I'm not susceptible to COVID-19 virus. I feel safe at home that no one's going to try to take me away or try to come and hurt me. And all those things can go into a feeling of safety. But even knowing that my front door is locked or that nobody else is really out in the streets, I might in my head understand that I'm safe, but we need to feel safe. And that's what we're asking here, to feel blessed with what we have and to feel safe with where we are. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed and safe. I invite you to say that on each breath. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. If you'd like to invite someone to be in front of you in your mind's eye and to offer to them, may you feel blessed, may you feel safe with each breath. Please offer that to someone who either you feel needs it or that you feel you need to say that to them. May you feel blessed. May you feel safe. May you feel blessed and safe. Let's take some breaths to offer that to someone else if you'd like. May you feel safe. And then let's bring this back to us. I invite you to, for several breaths, may I feel blessed. May I feel safe. For our final little bit of time we have together, let's just concentrate on our breath, what it does to our body. Feel each breath come in and come out. If you can feel your heartbeat, pay attention to that. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that today has helped you, as it always helps me, to kind of ground myself towards the end of the day, trying to put together everything that happened in the day and what's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. But I hope that you join us tomorrow again, same bat time and same bat channel. May you feel blessed and may you feel safe. I hope you have a beautiful evening.